Are you over a certain age and so tired of your concealer getting caught in the creases or getting dry and cakey, making you look older? I was fed up with concealer in my late 30s, but I've learned a great concealer hack that can help any woman of any age, and I'm glad you're here. Well, if you're new here, I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm a 30-year pro makeup artist. I come from the Hollywood industry. I educate now women over a certain age how to look and feel their best close up and in person. I'm also the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. I created 25 videos on mature technique. You can always find that link. You should go watch the intro video too, because it really explains who needs Mature Makeup Masterclass. And P.S. everyone. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into it. Number one, this goes without saying, you need to skin prep, okay? You have to have really good skin prep. That can be a video for another time. Just type in skin prep if you'd like to see. If you're truly bewildered by good skincare under makeup, type skin prep and I can do a video. But what I've done, I have on a little bit of tinted moisturizer and I have on a tiny bit of bronzer, and that's it, and then eye makeup. But what I've done is I've gone in with an illuminating eye cream. This is one by Origins. I can put a link for it, but you know, it doesn't have to be this. It could be Ole Henriksen, it could be Shiseido. A lot of brands make a beautiful kind of pearly illuminated eye cream, and you want to put that under your eye and you want to give it several minutes to really sink in. Okay, now the trick to keeping your concealer beautiful: Vaseline, Aquaphor. If you, oh look, I've got this brand too, sorry. I used to use this, Waxaline. I think I got it on Amazon years ago, but there's no beeswax in it. So it's great for vegans, okay? But you take a tiny bit, and I mean, I'm literally just tapping my finger. The thing that's great about this hack is, what is Vaseline? You don't have to get a big Vaseline. This is like $5-6. Get a tiny one. Where's my tiny one at? I have a little travel one. Get a tiny Vaseline. Try this trick out and tell me if it doesn't work. I get tons of testimonies every week from women saying, oh my gosh, this changed my life. I finally enjoy concealer. I finally enjoy foundation. I'm like, yeah, I know. I get it. I'm 57. I haven't liked concealer in the longest time. I'm going to do 2 different concealers today too, because I want to show you a high end and I want to show you a drugstore. This works under anything, okay? So there we go. It's under the eyes. You can see it has a nice sheen. You can see my blue and purple under my eyes, so you know that I don't have any makeup under my eyes. And that's how much we put on with our ring finger. We just pat it on, a thin veil. We're not putting it on heavy. This is an occlusive. What this does is it goes in, it fills in the creases, it fills in the nooks and crannies. Then when you go to put makeup on top of that, the makeup floats. It floats over it. Okay, and then I also like to put it in my parentheses, but that's a video for another time. And then that's the only place on my face I put Vaseline. But anywhere where we have creasing or mature texture, I like to put it on the sides of the nose so I never get those little polka dots from foundation. Now we're gonna go in with my favorite concealer. This is French Face. It's by Maxine's Revenge. It's created by a mature woman for mature women. This is shade light beige, but Leah, the owner, just created 10 new shades. So now she has 20 flexible shades for all skin tones. This is light beige. Watch what I'm gonna do. That's probably too much. I'm going to take a brush. And this is a Krystelle Lee, I never remember the name. It's K12. I have 2 of them because I'm going to use the same brush on both eyes. And you just kind of want to work that into the brush, okay? Now, watch this. How easy this is going to be. I'm going to use my magnification mirror. Everyone over 35 should have magnification mirror, okay? And then we're going to take a little bit and we're going to put it where we have a little bit of discoloration. Now, see this natural eyelid we all have? Most of us have a natural lower eyelid. You don't want to put the concealer all the way up to there because that is going to crease really bad, but also it just doesn't look natural to have a light color all the way up to the lash line. It's not natural. We have a 3-dimensional eye. I want you to put, maybe you could smoke a light shadow under your lashes. That's what I like to do. I'll do a little light shadow under the lashes, and then that way that is covering any discoloration rather than using a cream product to color discoloration. Okay, and then I like to come down the side of my nose just a little bit so you can see it. You can see where it is. And now we go in and we just pat very lightly with our ring finger, very lightly. Okay, and I'm going to show you how this looks close up in a minute. But look, we covered that blue purple. See the blue purple here? We covered that blue purple. It's got a beautiful sheen. And when you get real close up, you're gonna see the texture. You're gonna see some creases, but nothing gets caught in the creases because there's an occlusive under it. If you don't believe me, just try this out. It costs nothing. It costs nothing to try this out, unless you have to go buy Vaseline, and then it might cost a couple bucks. Okay, now on this side, I want to do Maybelline Fit Me. It's a very popular drugstore concealer. It's a little bit more matte, so it's great for more of my normal to oily girls. I'm normal to dry, so I have tinier pores, but more texture because dry skin gets more texture. Normal to oily or combo tends to get more pores rather than fine lines and wrinkles. So we all have our battles, don't we? Now I'm going to put this over here on this part of my hand. And it's not, you know, in fairness, it's not the same color, but it is what it is. But we are going to take this new brush. There's nothing in this brush. And I'm going to work it in to the brush. And look at that. Do you see how this has a sheen, this French face? And do you see already that's a little more matte, but that's okay because we can do it because we have Vaseline or Aquaphor under it. I like Vaseline because there's no other ingredients. It's just petroleum jelly. It's just Vaseline. But Aquaphor, you have all these other ingredients. Some formulas have lanolin. A lot of people are sensitive to lanolin. So that's why I don't really use Aquaphor anymore, but Aquaphor certainly is an occlusive and it works. And I'm gonna go in and look at this. I'm patting it in. Oh, wow. That actually looks really good, Maybelline. That looks really good. And then I'm going down the side of the nose. And see, when you use a brush, it fills in all those little nooks and crannies where the Vaseline, dang. I only used this one time and I didn't like it. That's why I pulled it out. I knew I didn't like it, but I wanted to see how it looked over the Vaseline. And then tap it with your ring finger. Okay? Look at that. Look at that beautiful sheen. You can't even tell I have two different concealers on. I mean, I think they look the same for the most part. Okay, now you can powder over this. If you want to wait for the product to set, a lot of concealers are self-setting. You could take the tiniest bit of powder. Now, if you don't know, everyone in the world is getting rid of talc, okay? You might argue it's unhealthy for us. You might argue trace amounts are not unhealthy. I don't have a dog in this fight. I just kind of stay neutral on the subject. But what's happening is a lot of brands are replacing talc with mica, and mica has a little bit of radiance. So you would think, oh, perfect for mature skin, except it actually shows more texture. So products that have mica as the first ingredient will show pores and texture more than talc. Talc blurs. Unfortunately, this is now the world we live in where everything is going to be talc free. But you can take the I'm talking the tiniest amount of powder and take it on a tiny brush. Okay, I'm even going to do a little right here, a little bit. And where you crease, if you want, I don't do this. I'm just doing this for you. You can, do you see how little I put? And look, we still have a beautiful sheen. Okay, did you see how little? I went right in this little socket. I went right there where I got one little crease, and I came out here where I have one little crease, and that's it, I'm not putting it anywhere else. And I just did that to demonstrate. I never wear powder under my eyes. You don't have to. You can, you cannot. That's totally up to you. Try it different ways, you know? Be your own guinea pig. I find women really want a lot of hand holding and they're so scared to experiment and try something. And maybe because they've just failed at everything they've tried. But I'm telling you, as a 30-year pro, as someone who has to be on high def camera every day, but also has to be close up and personal with people, I'm telling you, this is the most beautiful hack for mature skin you will ever see. And what's great is, how many of us have a big bin back here of makeup that no longer works for us? We bought it, maybe we didn't return it, maybe we were too lazy, maybe we missed the cutoff for returning a product, and now we're just stuck with it, right? I was just stuck with this Fit Me. That Fit Me looks good. That Fit Me looks real good. It looks real good. I'm real impressed. Now I've had this on for a few minutes, and if you know, within minutes, concealer creases on us. Within minutes. I have zero creasing. Zero. Look at that. Zero creasing, because the Vaseline fills in the creases, fills in the nooks and crannies, and the makeup floats right on top. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, I will put a link to French Face if anyone's interested. This replaced my Dior Forever. Anyway, Dior was my favorite concealer. In 2023, I did this huge concealer spin-off, and House Labs was the leader, and then Dior Forever became my favorite concealer, and then 2 months later, French Face came out. This has been my #1 concealer for a year and a half. And then I also love the Saint cream correctors. Some days I only wear that, and I still wear it over the Vaseline. I always wear Vaseline every single day. Okay, so I will put this link because you do get a discount if you buy this through me, because Leah offers a discount to my followers because she's one of my closest friends. And then I'll put a little link to Maybelline Fit Me, like through Ulta maybe, because this looks really nice. It does. You can see I have maybe a little bit more, you know, texture. I don't have creasing, but because this is maybe a little thicker and drier and not necessarily made for mature skin, you might see a little bit more, you know, lines and wrinkles with this one, but I'm not mad at it. But this one, look at that. It blurs. There's 7% blurring in here. 69% skincare, 24% pigment, 7% blurring. So it's beautiful. But as long as you have Vaseline under it, try all those foundations and concealers that you hated, okay? Try them. And I even did a video Wednesday night where I put a little bit of serum in with my foundation. Doesn't matter if it's a liquid foundation or a cream foundation. It won't work with powder foundation, but it doesn't have to be night repair. I just grabbed that because I saw someone else doing it. It could be this kind of a serum. It could be this kind of a serum. It could be this kind of a serum. But for kicks and giggles, if you have a serum and you have a foundation that you don't really love, mix them together, maybe just a drop, you know, and mix it together and put it on your face. And let's start resurrecting all that makeup that we bought that doesn't work for us. We can make it work. We just have to be our own little guinea pigs and scientists, and it's fun. And I'll always be here to help share new hacks. So please follow and subscribe if you want over 50, heck, over 35 mature beauty techniques, and go check out my Mature Makeup Masterclass intro video to see if it's for you, okay? Anyway, have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.